want to talk to you about Angel Mounds. Angel Mounds is situated as a Mississippian era city that was fortified by palisades that contained at least 11 known mounds here in southern Indiana, Evansville to be specific. So this was a Mississippian city, as I said, and part of that has to do with the time period in which these mound builders lived. The city was constructed in stages, like most Mississippian towns, beginning somewhere around 900 of the Common Era. And one of the reasons why they would have picked this spot is because it is a confluence of waterways, just like Cahokia is in southern Illinois, at the Missouri border there. And because it would have been great for the type of agriculture that they were practicing at the time. Yeah, they used a ridge and swale technique, they call it. Very fertile soil. So that's why they would have picked this spot. Although the Angel spot is interesting because Mound G at this spot is potentially 900 years to 1,000 years older than the Mississippian style mounds that you will also see there. And I really want to talk about the Temple Mound. The Temple Mound had a building built on it that was 90 by 44, 2 rooms. This building had a palisade around it specifically. This is where rituals would have been performed, most likely. The first settlers to come to the area of Angel Mounds and claim it as their property ended up putting a burial site of their own on the Temple Mound, Mound F, which has since been relocated. Another mound that I'd really like to go more into depth on is Mound D. Mound D is awesome. So there was a Evansville jeweler in the 1870s who wanted to dig into this mound, and so they reported on the excavations into that mound that they found a square stone slab with a human skull and 2 thigh bones. I'm going to assume that that was like a medicine wheel type structure. And then with 12 other skulls in a circle surrounding that. So you have 12 around the one. This is a very important theme in mythologies across the world. 12 around the one. Google that for more info. Yeah, what was really cool is in that little section where Mound D is and where it crosses over with Mound I, there was a semi-subterranean structure that seemed, the author of the little booklet that they will give you if you visit Angel Mounds even admits that it's very unusual for a subterranean structure like that to be found at any site really, but especially a Mississippian site. Yeah, so in the excavations they went about 18.5 feet before they discontinued excavation. And why? That's a good question. Why would you think? You know, leave that up to your imagination. Some of the other features of this site and why I like it so much. Mound G, obviously, like I said, they're not real sure how big it even is. Right now, they say it is 200 by 25. That's the diameter. It's a conical mound. You know, but it might be sitting on top of a base. If that is the case, it begs the question, how big is the foundation of it really? And this is the problem with all of these earthen structures is there's so much earth that the dimensions of it could be distorted over time. I'm doing kind of a little study into the ratios of how they built these. Mound A, for example, at Angel Mounds being 1/2 of the golden ratio exactly. Was it like that in its original form? I have to imagine it might have been. They are clearly aligned with celestial movements, and there was clearly a city plan and grid. So it's not out of the realm of reasonable to assume that they understood ratio and some of these geometric and practical mathematic concepts that we don't really use in our daily life today, the average person. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my exploration of this site and the photos that I took, and thank you for following along on all my adventures. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful evening. Standing atop Mound B, the cone at the southeast corner of Mound A, and during the winter solstice, the sun will set directly on top of that conical mound. You can see the subtle curvature of mounds I, J, and K from here, where the semi-subterranean structure was built.